Just white plain flour, bit of sugar, bit of salt, and a bit of condensed milk, teaspoon of condensed milk, and a bit of margarine and butter. That's all.
Your dough is kneaded and softened and soaked in oil. He puts it aside for minimum half an hour. Minimum half an hour, divides it into balls, little balls, soaks it in more oil and keeps it aside. Now what Rajan is showing you now is how he actually prepares the dough to cook it. What you ate today was pre-cooked.
Wow. No way.
The skill that this is quite a difficult thing to do. Can I just people who are sitting in front, the reason you're sitting in front is so you can see the cooking demonstration. Just watch the expertise of Rajan because really, this is a skill. It's a very rare skill. And the the thinner you can roll the roti canai, the better layering you get in the roti. So again, as you say, the pre-prepared balls are flattened. Rajan, is your plate too hot, Rajan? Is it too hot? No, it's fine. The griddle pan has to be hot, but not so hot that it burns. You will see Rajan in action in November 1st, 2nd and 3rd when we have our Swan Festival of Lights on the field. Rajan, you come on board or what I say? I think Rajan also does a bit of catering, so if anyone's interested, talk to him.
Wow.
So as you can see, you got to swing it around till it's thin, roll it in a swirl, and keep it aside. So one more again.
That's going to be hard to make.
Just for a few minutes so we can flatten it and stop cooking.
Okay, he's going to swirl it for the last time, Rajan. The fact that it tears doesn't matter. It shows how thinly he's rolling it. Because you're going to re-roll the whole thing. Now again, I was going to tell you a story. The word roti canai, in Malaysia it's called roti canai. It comes actually from India and it's, how do you say, an aberration of the pronunciation Chennai. It came from Chennai in India.
Oh.
It came all the way to Malaysia and Malaysia has taken it on as a national dish. And they call it roti canai. Now you find it in Singapore and Malaysia and I'm sure it's gone worldwide. But that's the center. So we've taken an Indian dish and made it our own in Malaysia. Okay, are you ready to roll it out?
So easy to do.
Now the pre-prepared rolls, all he does, use more oil and push it out. Rajan, is there anything they need to think about?
No, just the texture has to be very soft.
So the question I asked Rajan is, how do you get the texture soft and fluffy? The secret is in the kneading of the dough. You have to rest it in oil and you spread it thin. The thinner you spread it and then you fold it.
Softer it gets. The longer you rest the dough, it gets softer. Or 2 hours? 2 hours.
The question is, what's the maximum you can rest the dough for?
Normally in Malaysia they do it overnight to get the best result. It's 2 hours.
So again, I revert that. 2 hours minimum you have to have the dough resting in oil. In Malaysia they do it overnight. As you can see, Rajan has cast iron hands. This is really hot. You really need to have cast iron hands because it radiates extreme heat. Do I increase the flame, Rajan? As I said, this has to be cooked over very high heat to get the fastest results. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very rare treat. Not many people know how to do this in Malaysia and certainly in Australia. Very few know how to do this. Rajan, thank you for taking the time to show us. For those of you who are not on the emailing list, please remember these cooking demonstrations are done to give you an idea of how we make the recipes. The recipes are up on the board behind you, and I think one of them has fallen on the floor. Can someone rescue it? Deva, can you rescue it? So anyone who wants the recipe, use your mobile phone and just take a copy. There should be 4 recipes up there. Okay, looks like one is walked. Okay, that's good. Right. We will be having another cooking demonstration in September. So if you're on the mailing list, please look out for it. And you really need to book to get a seat to watch the cooking demo. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you watching Rajan finishing off the roti canai. Thank you for your attention.